I discovered that my purpose was larger than anything I could have ever conceived, thought about, dreamed of, wished for. It was one of those moments where you were just stepping into something that you had no form structure. There was no foundation. There was no class on doing what I do. Like, there's no one who taught me to do my purpose. It was divinely guided and delivered to me before I even arrived on the planet. And I'm just stepping through the motions of being in service to humanity. So it's interesting to describe my purpose would be to change people's lives. It's where people are stuck, locked, limited. They're looking for something else. They've done the self-help books. They've taken the classes, the seminars, the gratitude. They've been on retreats. They've listened to the 528 frequencies, everything else that this reality says is what you need to do in order to raise your frequency, to manifest, to create. And that's not always the truth. And so I'm able to go into their realities and I drop into the subconscious and I eliminate the unconsciousness that's in there. And as scientists have proven that the subconscious creates the reality, their whole reality changes. And it's instant, dramatic, radical, and permanent. And never in a million years, could I ever have thought this kind of a thing was even possible? I was a first grade school teacher. I was a lifeguard. I was a Walt Disney World dancer. I'm all of a sudden, I'm doing this quantum stuff. So yeah, it's interesting.
Hello, my name is Zenka Caro. I'm founder of LightNet, and my passion and purpose is to remove the word impossible from the dictionary. Today, I have the honor of introducing Susan Shatzer. She describes herself as an energy empowerment expert, and she is known for taking people from total exhaustion and crisis of I can't find a single healer on the planet that can help me to done, and almost laughing through the process. I'm not exactly sure how she does this. I don't think we understand if we live in a dimensional universe, but it seems to be what scientists are talking about. So that's the only thing I can do to explain how Susan works. What's really interesting about Susan is she can do it live. We're going to have people going through this process called instant healing, and it's going to happen on October 26th at 4 p.m. on Sunday. She does this every 3 months.
And I call it a question session where you're going to interact with your body. You're going to co-create with your body and actually discover the things that are real, right, and relevant for you with your body. Because we were taught with religion that the soul's in the body. That's where your soul is housed. It's in the body. Well, that's not actually true. So your soul is limitless. It's an infinite being. And so how can you fit something infinite in the body? It's not possible. So your body's in your being. And when you understand and grab that concept, so much stuff can change for you. So there's these little nuggets of things where you are misled, misrepresented, lied to, programmed into believing something. And our parents did the best they could. There's no right or wrong. There's no polarity in the reality that we're creating with these kids. It's just what works for you. And being in the question, you actually are co-creating with the molecules of consciousness. So we would command in that which we'd like to have, because commanding is co-creating, co-mingling, collaborating. And when we demand, it's destroying, destruction, demolish. So we command in to our reality that which we'd like to have. So being in the question is something that takes you out of judgment, separation, decision, calculation, computation, which is what you were taught to do. You were taught to figure it out, find the right answer, make a good choice. Good, bad, right, wrong. That's all polarity. So that's where you were like in the box. We're tearing apart the box and we're going with flow. It's going to be a beautiful day. I would love to have you join us. It's like, what do you know that I don't know? Because I don't know everything. What do you know that I don't know that would create something even greater for kids? That's what we're asking. Someone who said they can't follow their dreams because they can't make a living is like, I would ask them to, like, is that true for you? That's what I would ask the kids, is to check if that's true for you with the yes and the no with muscle testing. It may be true for them or may not be true for them. If it is true for them, okay, then let's take it to the next question. If it's not true for them, then let's take it to the next question. So what would be true for you? You know, what's not true for you? What would be true? What's a different possibility? What else is available? What are you not willing to acknowledge that if you did, would create a new reality? And it's the questions that create, versus anything else. So I know a lot of people have a point of view about this job creates this much income and this job creates this much income. And statistics say that these amount of people who go into this industry don't actually graduate or don't make it. Or I'm going to tell you that the whole thing about your dream is about your interest level. That's your frequency. There's an element of, are you on purpose? So just because we all had a dream growing up of being a movie star or Wonder Woman or Batman, Spider-Man, a princess, that may be a little kid's dream. Your dream may have changed now. It may be something different. It may be something else that you weren't willing to acknowledge or do research on or look into or try. That's what we're going to be bringing in the Limitless Life. Your Limitless Life education program is to allow people to explore, to look at things, to ask questions. And really, you're going to be able to hone into your heart and your soul and your frequency and your vibration of what resonates with you. And you will know the difference. It's sort of like, I was having a conversation with my apprentice on the trip up here. We're in Arizona right now. About when did okay, fine, and good be okay? When did we not go like, oh my God, I had the most amazing day. Like, I cannot wait till tomorrow because we've got this, this, and this that's going on. Like, we're going to have so much fun on doing this activity. But nowadays, when you ask each other, well, how are you doing? Good. How do you feel? Fine. What's new? Not much. Same shit, different day. Same day, different shit. Right? It's like business as usual. It's like we're in this routine of like doing eat, sleep, go to work, go to school, eat, sleep, go to work, go to school. Like that has been the factory mentality, that you're in a routine, you're on the hamster wheel, you're doing your job, you're paying your taxes. Yeah, you live in a house, you have a condo, right? You're being responsible. That's what you're supposed to do. You're a good person, you're a good worker, you're a good mom. That's all polarity. There is no question in any of that. That's what locks you in. Being in the question frees you and allows you to access the infinite possibility field that's available to you that you were never taught how to get to.
For more, watch the full episode, which will be aired on Monday. Or you can find this story on our podcast, Awaken Your Purpose. To find your passion and purpose, join us at hollowmovement.net/purpose.